Hello, Libra. Welcome to your reading. This reading is going to be for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising. Please only take what resonates and leave what does not. If you find something here that resonates, make sure you give this reading a big thumbs up. I greatly appreciate it. All right, Libra, you pulled the bear. The bear with the tower. So the bear is successful speculation. The tower, you know what the tower is. It's a false foundation crumbling. You knew something was false and it would eventually crumble. It would not be able to withstand because it's on a faulty foundation. Something could be built off of lies. Something could be built off of manipulation. Something could be built off of control, greed, all of the things that make a false foundation, that something is not going to grow on. Now, this tower, it has been thriving, but you've been one of the people that's like saying like, okay, that thing is going to fall or this thing is going to come down. So it looks like you are witnessing the crumbling of a false foundation. I just heard, don't say I told you so. Something could be painful. Like, let's say, like in a more delicate situation, like you could have been witnessing a friend in a relationship that you know good darn well it's off of a false foundation, and you're watching it crumble. And I'm hearing don't say I told you so. So this could be a delicate situation. This could be something that you could have somebody that you care about that was really hoping for something, but you've seen you seen how the foundation was false, or the foundation was just a little bit flawed, and you knew that something was going to fall anyway, and it falls. For some of you guys, it could be a destruction of a whole like empire, family type of thing. Something's coming down. You have they are being faithful to you. Oh, I just felt that. So in this false foundation, you realize that spirit is, in fact, being faithful to you. So something could be personal. Something could definitely be personal. It's almost giving this energy of like when a person realizes that God, spirit, your ancestors, angels, all of that has been with you along the road, like on the long road, like this whole time. And you're going to realize it in the crumbling of something, also in the realizing. You're going to realize it in the knowing and the wisdom that something was going to crumble. It's like you realizing and knowing that you were right all along. Like you do have this inner knowing, but it's different when your inner knowing, it produces real results. Like you can see it, you can hold it in your hand, like you can see that that thing came down, and it's like, I've been saying this for years. It's something you've been saying for years that kind of like, I feel like somebody could have possibly been saying something for years, and or feeling something for years. You could have been trying to warn a person for years about something. You got your savings. As you consistently save for your future is saved. You do your future self a big favor as you consistently set aside present funds. This is a part of your self-care and path to feeling secure as you focus upon your life's purpose. So saving towards your future. There's something that you prepared for. You knew something was going to happen, so you prepared. I feel like that, like there's a person, it's almost given like Noah's Ark. It's given like Noah. Okay. It's like something's going to happen. You get some type of wisdom that something's going to happen. And now you're at work preparing. Preparing. You could be telling other people like, hey, you might want to prepare for this storm that's coming. It's going to be a big storm, and, you know, you might want to whatever. And everybody's looking at you like you're crazy because you're preparing for something that hasn't happened yet. Everybody could also be looking at you for being negative or something like that, because you could be preparing for some type of disaster or something that has not happened yet. Everybody could be calling you crazy or whatever the hell, because you're preparing for something that has not physically happened yet. So it looks like you were prepared. For some of you guys, you have certain money saved. For some of you guys, you put in certain relationships, you made certain moves to help you. You face some type of fears. You were able to face something. You were able to see something. You got the bear. Like you knew it. You knew this was happening, so you saved. Like you was able to save. You saved something for you. You got something. Somebody has something. You got concern here. Somebody could be concerned with you saving. Somebody could be concerned with how you were saving things. Concerned. Yeah. Okay, so for some of you guys, there's some type of unexpected income. There was some unexpected income coming towards you, or there's some unexpected income that you have coming towards you. This has a lot to do with something that you did in the past. Like this would be a person who put away savings and they've been doing it for years. It's something that you've done in the past just because you knew that something was faulty. Like you knew, okay, like this is a false foundation. Like I'm going to put my stuff here instead of there. So you decided to do that. And now the tower is falling. Now the proof is in the pudding. Now you have, like, you could say, I told you so, whatever this is. Like somebody is like, I told you. This is almost giving me like a stock. Okay, let's say you told everybody, I told y'all to put y'all money in this stock. I told y'all to buy this stock. Buy this stock when it was less than half of a penny. And I bought this, you bought the stock years ago. You've been buying more stock. Every time it reach a low, you buying more. Every time it, you getting more stock. And then next thing you know, that thing blow up. And I feel like for some of you guys, it's going to be something that's really, really big, because something's telling you, don't say I told you so. It's like, be inconspicuous. Maintain a little mystery. It's something that you say. It's something that you did not like. This could be something you invested in. You ain't take your money out. It's something, it's like you should thank your angels for giving you this inner wisdom, because somebody was concerned that you were saving. Yeah, they was talking a lot. They ain't gonna be talking no more. Yeah, somebody could have, they've been talking a lot, like, oh, what are they doing? It says give your relationship a chance. For some of you guys, there's a person in your love relationship that you may need to forgive. There was a person who was not giving you equal. They had some type of deception going on. Somebody could have been lying about finances and career. They could have been lying about a lot of stuff going on. Like, it's just like giving, like, a person was wearing a mask. And I know it's never like a right, well, I don't know. I think it's sometimes you got to wear a mask sometimes, okay? But they were wearing a mask for all the right reasons, okay? So a person had finances and career issues that they were hiding and masking, that they didn't want to talk about, because maybe they didn't feel like they were in a place where they could safely be vulnerable in that place, okay? They also had family issues that they kind of felt uncomfortable about addressing and being 100% honest with, so they could have been moving a little bit funny. It looks like a person, there was some type of deception, but not the type of deception that you like, okay, I'm completely walking away from this thing. It's like the deception where it's like, okay, I didn't really know how to express it. I felt a little embarrassed to express it. So I had to kind of like work on myself and strengthen myself to be able to even be honest in that area. And sometimes that's, as human beings, we have to build ourselves up to have the courage and to have the confidence to be honest in certain areas that bring discomfort, like finances, like family, like personal issues. So it looks like there's a person who you should probably give them a chance, because the moment that they open up and tell you what's going on, um, you're going to be relieved. Number one, you're going to feel like, wow, you could have, you could have come to me. You also, it's also going to humanize them. Like, you're going to understand exactly where they're coming from. So, there's a need for you to work on a partnership. I do feel like that there's a heart to heart conversation that could be coming up. This person is coming up as your soulmate. So we got some good love energy here. What's on my arm? Some good love energy here. I'm going to go into... No, I'm looking at this deck here. Let's see what the wisdom of the oracle got to say for us. With this huge... Whatever this thing is big. It's a big sudden change. In between worlds coming out. In between worlds. Moving from one dimension to the next. Yeah. You're moving from a dimension where there was a false foundation, praised. Everyone was living in a false foundation, trying to get in where you fit in, but now it crumbles. And now the only thing left to do is like rebuild. You could be sitting back in your sturdy foundation, watching the false foundation crumble and watching everything. It's just like now you're seeing the effects of something. Also, I'm getting like there was a clouded view, and I felt like not you, because you saved some things. You had this wisdom, but you're going from a view of watching everybody be lost in an illusion to everybody forced to wake up. It's something that you already knew. Like everyone else will be forced to wake up to see what you've already seen, to know what you've already known. Let's see what archetype. What archetype? Thank you. The teacher. The teacher is here. The teacher, the ability, the light attribute is to the teacher is to the ability to communicate knowledge, experience, skill, or wisdom. The shadow attributes are manipulating or abusing students, teaching negative traits, and destructive skills. So the teacher of light and the teacher of darkness. Somebody teaches good. It's you have y'all seen the show? I mean the movie. It's this. I think is it the School of Good and Evil, and it's got the dark and the light side. That was so cute. I watched that with my niece. But it's like good teaching and bad teachers. Now, if you know something, all wisdom, well, all like knowledge isn't good knowledge. There's some people who have good things to pour into you, and there's some people who have wicked things to pour into you. And this kind of ties in. I feel like you could have known that some people were teaching the wrong thing, or they were listening to the wrong thing, or this was the wrong thing that's happening, and now it crumbles. Now destruction happens. This is also, we talked about this person coming up too. We talked about a person that's like, was it a mentor? A person not withholding information. I feel like the shadow view of the shadow attribute of the teacher could also withhold information to manipulate students into believing something, not giving them the whole story, not telling them every single thing. I do feel like you knew that something was, you knew something was off. You knew something was going to be, something was a little off, something was a little flawed, something was not right. It's like you knew it. You could have knew a person was, have you ever just met a person and you got a vibe? Like, this person ain't right. Hey, I don't think I want to be around this person. Let's see what's coming through for Libra. Yeah, it's the effects of the light teacher, the actual true teacher, and a person that's just manipulating. They're using their intelligence to manipulate. Somebody is also, for some of you guys, you knew that a person was teaching somebody some type of destructive skills, and it all falls down. Like something all falls down. And you knew, like you already knew, you had a feeling. You already knew. You could have tried to tell people. You could have been looking like the crazy person screaming this for years. And then next thing you know, everything gets exposed. Some of you guys, it could be a delicate situation. It could be a money situation. It could be a family situation. A work situation. I just seen a wrath too. I just seen somebody wrath. Somebody has a wrath. Somebody could have been highly upset or something. Highly, highly upset. All right, Libra. Let's see what's coming out for you. All right. Current energy. Current energy is preparing for abundance. Sacred space. You have done the necessary preparation. You've saved. You've, if it had to be repented, getting right with spirit, getting right with somebody, doing the necessary things that you need to do because you knew that a foundation was flawed, wicked. You knew that something was crumbling down, and it crumbles. So right now in your current space, you have abundance, you have preparations, and you have sacred space. Prepare for abundance to come right to your sacred space. This is the time of like moving from, it's not you because you're already in alignment, but it's the collective. Moving from the unknowing to the knowing. And so you know what happens in this new section? In this new cycle, the people that are moving from the unknowing to the knowing is going to be some very, very few people that are going to take heed to all of the illusions they were told, and they're going to make certain moves. So when the cycle come back around, they'll be the ones that's in the know, and they'll be watching the transition just like you're watching the transition. You're able to watch. Because in the previous cycle, you could have been manipulated. You could have been in the illusion too. But something told you to, straighten up, do something, prepare, get ready. You've seen something as clear as day. You could have been in like in an illusion in the previous cycle but you paid attention to what was going on. And now you're able to sit back and just prepare for abundance that's coming to you. You've already made the necessary preparations, and you can just sit back and prepare for abundance that's coming towards you. So it is something that's like, I don't want to say faithful to you, but it is something that's like, something that's faithfully yours. Or I feel like there could have been a promise that if you were to get it, if you were to understand and get some type of wisdom, that you would do blah, 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 blah. And you stayed faithful to your word. And now Spirit is being faithful to you. Got the fox watching. Yeah. Here's the bride getting a letter. Getting some really, really good news. Good sign of good tidings. Good work. The bride is just a single person with the fulfillment of their highest aims. And this letter is the sign of like this news that's coming. The news that's coming to you. Third eye, wow. Third eye chakra. You've seen something already. Spirit gave you a vision, or Spirit gave you some type of sight. It's safe for you to see the energy of love in all its forms, such as angels, auras, and visions. Some of you guys are seeing that. Be willing to forgive, forgive, forgive. I did get the message that for some of you, you're going to have to forgive 3 people by the end of this year. Get to work. 3 people by the end of this year. Spiritual. And this makes so much sense. We have displacement, we have observation, and we have territory. This makes so much sense because not only were you being placed in displacement because you were just in that cycle of, the turning of the tides and the wheel turning and going from the unconscious to the conscious, the unknowing to the knowing, the dark to the light. You were in that place, and it seemed like you had to go along, or not go along, but you were in an environment that was filled with like darkness. This was displacement. Like, what am I doing here? Why am I saying things and people are thinking I'm crazy? Can't they see that the foundation is faulty? Can't they see that this is a lie? Can't they see that that is like that teacher is teaching negative things or teaching destructive things? Like, am I crazy or are they crazy? If everyone's calling me crazy, I must be crazy, right? No. This was happening spiritually. Now, there was something for you to observe. There was something for you to make some type of observation about being in this discomfort here, okay? Being in not this discomfort, then in this displacement. There's some type of ruler, or there's some type of rule, or there's some type of territory, or some type of there's a need for you to observe where you are being, or why you are being displaced, or why you were in some type of displacement, or why you were in some type of environment where you feel like you don't belong. So this is like, there's a need for you to observe what, I feel like this is what the light was, or what the good was, or where the love was in a place. Why do you feel like your spirit, your soul needed to go and walk a certain type of path, or needed to go and be in a certain type of place? I feel like something is more spiritual than just it being like chaotic. Something is way more spiritual, and there's a need for you to observe something spiritually. It's a lot that comes out. So we have the fox. Something happened too. There was some distrust that happened here. There was a person who misused your trust, okay? That definitely happened there. And why do you think that that could have possibly happened? Also, for some of you guys, you could have been in a place where a person who betrayed you, they were doing good. It didn't seem like that they got their karma right then and there. Something didn't seem like a person got their karma right then and there. We also have the book, Discovery of a Mystery Affecting the Person for the Better. Also, there was something like, I feel like somebody needed to be hidden in plain sight. That could possibly be why you were placed in this, where you were in some type of displacement. You had to be hidden in plain sight. Now, what is displacement? Being placed in the area where you don't belong. So for some of you guys, you could have been in spaces where you felt you did not belong in. You could fit in, sure, but you didn't feel like you actually belong there. And I'd rather have belonging versus than fitting in any day. But I do feel like that there was some place, or you felt like you just did not belong. Now, you could have been brought to this place to save. I do feel like somebody didn't belong a certain area. Somebody had some type of wisdom or had some type of sight or some high divine intelligence where they're able to see things that other people aren't. And maybe you were there to be a seer and see things. Now, some people probably didn't take heed to what it is that you've seen or what it is that you tried to say or tried to do. There's a need for you to understand why you was placed in displacement. Like what happened? What did you do? All right, we have this base chakra here. Choose only positive thoughts to describe your home, career, and finances as your words determine your outcome. So this is basically telling me that there's a need for you to see what positives on a spiritual level, what positives do you see spiritually by being displaced? What are some of the positive things that this displacement has done for you? Could you take a step out of yourself and observe the positivity of you being in a place where you feel like you don't belong, or you being in some type of displacement or in an environment that you feel like, you've outgrown? What were the positive things you can take from something? Okay. On a spiritual level, look, you have community. First of all, you have self-interest. Not only did you save anybody, but you made sure you save yourself. You made sure you put something away for yourself. You make sure that you're going to be good because you see something falling or something crumbling. You made sure that you saved yourself. So you have safe self-interest. So you taking care of yourself. And you have the perspective. There's a different perspective that you have. Your perspective changes towards a certain type of community. Your perspective is changing towards a certain type of community. Or your perspective changed towards a certain type of community. Maybe it's the way you see people who save themselves. Maybe sometimes you understand that everybody can't save everybody. And there's a few community of people who kind of make it out somewhere. And maybe you start to understand these people on a different level. Sometimes you try to help and you try to pull everyone to come with you. And sometimes that's just not in the plans. Just like you didn't know and you had to be awakened, other people have to be awakened too. And that's the job of God. That's not a job of you. So I feel like you could possibly understand that on a deeper level. You could be changing your perspective on the community that you're leaving from, or a community that you're seeing like a foundation fall and crumble. Let's see what else is coming here. Self-interest. Yeah, we have the mouse. All right. So your perspective changes to a certain community, and it changes. You're disappointed. You're disappointed in what, yeah, you're disappointed in what somebody did, or you're disappointed in how something happened, or you're disappointed in what revealed, even though what revealed is your truth. What revealed is your knowledge, your wisdom having backing, actual backing, and you are still disappointed to be right somewhere because it changes your perspective of a certain type of community. Changes how you see a community, changes how you see a group of people. Shield yourself, yeah. You got Archangel Raphael helping you too, helping to shield you too. Shield yourself, protect yourself from fear-based energies by envisioning a cocoon of healing light surrounding you. You got Earth Angels, fairies, and past life issues. Something happened in your past life too. So instead of looking at a group or a community as unity or something like that, you look at them as a certain people that you have to protect yourself and create boundaries and shield yourself around. And this could be because of some type of thievery. This could be because some type of sneaky behavior. This could be because somebody let the false, you know how people say that they're a product of their environment. Well, what if their environment is a tower? It's a false foundation. It's chaos. It's pure destruction. So a person could be walking pure destruction. Destructing everything, destroying everything that they touch. And there's a need for you to protect yourself from a group of people, protect yourself from fear-based energies. Also, people are rooted in fear. And you can't use fear to water your seeds. In love, we have mimicry, fear, and play. Somebody is afraid to excuse me. Somebody is afraid to be their true self. Somebody is afraid to let their inner child out when it comes to a relationship. Somebody is mimicking the other person's fear. Like both parties could be afraid to show their true selves. Both parties could be afraid to kind of like just have fun. Just let their hair down. Somebody could be in like a stuffy love. Like somebody need to turn on the music and just start dancing in the living room. Somebody needs to be like spontaneous and have like a fun conversation. Do something silly. Yeah, the rider is a sign of good news. There's some good news that's coming to a love relationship. I feel like there's a person who needs to let their hair down. Yeah, let their hair down. We got mediumship. Okay, so somebody is connecting to a departed loved one. Somebody needs to eat more vegetables, eat more plant-based. It's going to help you kind of express yourself. Help you kind of, be able to express your feelings in the right way. Okay? In a nice way. All right, for career, finances, and yep, we got protection, we got growth, we got teamwork. Teamwork makes the dream work. Also, your hard work pays off. Whatever it is that you're working on is protected. It does have a lot of protection surrounding it. So it's good, and you're growing. There's a lot of growth here. There's a lot of prosperity here. There's a lot of light here when it comes to career, business, and finances. Somebody is doing really, really good. Also, I do feel like somebody is seeing a person in spotlight too. Somebody has a wonderful team. Everybody works well together. Yeah, you do have the hand in hand. This is a collaboration. And this is like after some type of tower. After some type of big reveal. So there's a big reveal that has something to do with career, finances, or this could have something to do with some type of partnership or collaboration. The crescent moon could definitely be significant. For some of you guys, you may start working together with your partner, with your lover. Like, I feel like for some of you guys, you may need to work together. Some of you guys, you are favored when it comes to career. You being favored by your superior. Keep visualizing success in career all over. For some of you guys, you may be finding a twin flame when it comes to career. All right, what to be on the lookout for is somebody's gifts are being exposed here. Somebody's gifts are being exposed. Lots of exposure. You got gifts being exposed, and we have some type of commitment here. There's a big bond. There's a bond. There's a deeper bond or a deeper commitment that you have. Somebody could be noticing that you do have a deeper commitment or a deeper bond with the angels, or something is deeper about your gifts. Like, it's just not you, being in tune with spirit. Like, something is actually deep. I do feel like people could know. And why? Because you've been saying something for a while and something comes true. Like, so somebody's going to start listening to you. Like, maybe that's the light that they needed. Maybe they needed you to come into a place and tell them, something true. And they needed to be in that cycle, years of just not believing you, not believing you, not believing you, not believing you, not listening to what it is that you say. Not, making fun of you for saying things, for them to go into the knowing, be forced into the knowing, thrusted into the knowing, exposed into the knowing, and it be everything that you exactly said. And now, this next cycle, guess what that person gonna do? I better listen to Libra. Matter of fact, I better get close to Libra. Libra knows what they're talking about. I need to take heed to what Libra's saying. Maybe I need to make something right. Maybe I need to listen. So sometimes this thing, it just becomes exposed. It starts coming out. And maybe a person needs to not listen to you. Maybe a person needs to not listen to you. So that they can see that you are very, very wise. Somebody's seeing your gift exposed. They saying that something is deeper than just you just thinking about this stuff. They feel like it's something deeper that it is that you're doing. You do have mediumship, so you probably are talking to spiritual beings and angels and ancestors. You probably do have connections and stuff like that. You probably are able to reach some type of infinite intelligence. And not only is a person going to see this and it becomes exposed, a person may see this and they probably want you to teach. They want you to teach them. They want you to teach them knowledge, experience, skill, or wisdom. They want you. They want them to teach you. They want to be taught. So somebody could be wanting to be taught. Yeah. For some of you guys, it's a mighty enemy that's going to turn. Yeah, it's a mighty enemy that's going to turn. Somebody becomes a believer. There's a mighty enemy that turns. Wow. You turn a mighty enemy around. All because you knew something would happen. All because you kind of stayed true to yourself and your spiritual wisdom. And all because you got prepared. You prepared yourself. And I was reading, what was it? Rich Dad, Poor Dad? It was something where it's like the best persuasion. Like when you are trying to persuade people. And especially like in finances. Because a lot of people, we used to doing things that we were taught, and a lot of our finances and the way we go about spending money and our relationships with money has to change, and we have to change certain belief systems and certain patterns that we got growing up, right? Unless you were born to like millionaires and you got taught a whole bunch of like money saving money techniques, but if you weren't, then you had to change some things as you got a little older. You know, I grew up in the era where everybody was putting stuff in their kids' name. So I don't know if they're still doing that, but that's the era that I grew up in. So yeah, we have to change a lot of stuff financially. So he said that the best way of the best type of persuasion is show. Like if I told you, if just me was like, you know, I'm gonna show you how to, you know, get $1 million. A lot of people would be like, okay, where your $1 million at? If you gonna show me how to get it, where yours at? But if I was like Jeff Bezos or somebody, you would take heed to what I got to say, because the proof is, and you can see what I've built. You can see what I've created. You can see what I have. And that's the best type of persuasion. I'm pretty sure he don't have to talk. He don't have to fight to get people to listen to the wisdom that he has. People are probably begging him to speak. Or like, let's say Oprah or somebody. People probably are begging her to speak. Like, what are your secrets? What could you tell me? Instead of a person who doesn't have, and who may have the knowledge before they actually have the product. They may have to fight more to get their point across. Both people could be saying the truth. Both people could be saying the same thing. But it's just when you have it to show, a lot of stuff comes to you. So this will be this thing where it's shown now. Now something's not hidden. Now it's exposed. Now you've been exposed and your gifts have been exposed. Something turns a mighty enemy around. Yeah, we got twin flame. Oh, wow, this was your twin flame? You were their twin flame. You were here to turn them around. That's what a real twin flame is. Real soulmate energy. This is a soul cluster. This mighty enemy. For some of you guys, there's going to be a person by the end of this year that you started this year with, and they could have been a mighty enemy towards you. By the end of this year, they're not going to be that. They're not going to be that. You are an earth angel. You are a light worker who has come to teach, a true teacher about love. And something is about to be shown and it's about to be exposed, and you are on the light side. You are on the right side. You are on the side of wisdom, of intelligence. And a person sees that. And you're about to turn something completely around. Completely around. Even to turn, I told you I seen raft. I said, I see raft. I see a raft here. You have the anomaly, you have ghosts, and you have a raft. What's coming towards you, we have the anomaly. This is you, because you are the one who's seeing something. Who's seeing something abnormal. Who's seeing something that the normal eye wouldn't see. Who's thinking things that the normal mind wouldn't think. So you are abnormal. Okay, you're rare. And the ghosts. Are the ghosts upset? Somebody could be making a big fuss about you. It's like a lot of people. Got this raft, got the ghost here. Lots of anger, releasing anger, rage. The ghost could be in a rage. It's a spiritual rage that's happening. We did see some type of displacement here, so we'll see. There's a spiritual war going on. There could be something that's happened. Okay, so this is a friendly disposition. So they're making a big fuss over you. Something's making a big fuss over you. It's like some type of big fuss over you. This could be a child too. There could be somebody upset. I'm getting like there's, instead of rage, you know how, like, let's say the birds are, I'm pretty sure you've seen birds when they're like flying all around in the sky and you like, what the hell is going on? And you look at that as like this war is rage, but instead of that, it's like a celebration. And I feel like red is very, very symbolic because something is friendly. Something is very, very friendly. Or it's in your good, but it could be a rage to something else. And it could be a celebration that they're raging to this thing, or there is a wrath to this thing, but it's in like your good. I'm not sure if you could, if I'm explaining that the right way. All right, we have books. Your life purpose involves writing, reading, editing, or selling spiritually based books. All right, so what's coming towards you? You may want to sell like a children's book. You probably thought about selling like a children's book. Something could help with addictions or something like that. Something could heal away addictions. You may have some type of healing book. All right. Okay. All right. Something is resistant. This is the angels. Don't resist. Do not resist something. Don't resist the direction that spirit is taking you, just because you may see that this is some type of displacement. Know that the angels and everything, they rage about you, and they will go on a like a raft if it has anything to do with you, because you are an anomaly. You are highly protected. Nothing could really hit you. You are waterproof. Okay. There is some type of like survival mode here. There is this energy where you are being protected from this fox. We did see the fox coming out for some type of betrayal, trying to betray you or something like that. So you are in, you have survived some type of betrayal. There could have been, yeah, we do have happiness. So we have the sun coming out. Signifies popularity and happiness here. Lots of happiness coming towards you. Lots of love coming towards you. Let's see. And we have your crown chakra. Pay attention to the unlimited ideas that you get. Pay attention to your ideas, as they are messages of true guidance sent in answers to your prayers. Your ideas are messages of true divine guidance sent in answers to your prayers. Okay. So I'm going to leave it right here. I hope this reading resonates. If it does, make sure you give this reading a big thumbs up. Make sure you guys are subscribed. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video.